Okay, good afternoon. Again, I want to thank the fans. They were outstanding today on third down for the defense. Defense felt that out there, and also I know the offense appreciated the fans as well. Being real supportive of our young quarterback and the efforts that they put out there today. So first and foremost, thank those guys. But again, a really good day. The one word that stands out to me is complimentary football. And that's really what it was all about. We wanted to come into the game and run the ball, and we did a really nice job of that, controlling the game that way, and also being able to stop the run. And I thought that was really good by the offense and defensive line. When you can own the line of scrimmage like that, I think that's always a big positive. And then the other part of that, being up front, is that protecting the quarterback. That's a huge thing that we have to do. Give him time. And then also on defensive line, affecting the quarterback with our rush or our pressure, whatever that might be. So that was excellent there. And then obviously the ball being +3 today gives you a high percentage to win. And we capitalized that after we got that on the short field there. With Maine, we ended up scoring a touchdown there, which is great. Obviously, when you score on defense, that's also a good percentage for winning too. But that was good. Great to see Jalen Johnson get a couple picks, multiple picks in his first time. That was cool to see that. Overall, just 14 points off the turnovers, and that was excellent. And complimentary football all around. Talk about Tyson. Like we've talked about all week, there was poise, there was pocket presence. He did get some pressures sometimes, and he did evade the rush and deliver the ball down the field, which I thought he did a really nice job of distributing the ball to the skill. And that was really good to see. Multiple receivers and all those things, but that was good. And then Deontay Foreman did a nice job of running the ball. Evans did a nice job running the ball. Those guys did a really good job. And our hats off to Chris Morgan. Chris Morgan did a really good job of setting up those runs, during the course of the week, and did a really good job in terms of, the protection. When you're dealing with a rusher like that, I think we did a solid job of that. Disrupting his timing and his pass rush, all-pro player, and you certainly got to be able to take care of that guy. And I thought we did a solid job of that during the course of the day. But with that, I'll open up to questions.
Decision to put Nathan Peterman in for that last second Hail Mary. What was that?
Yeah, I mean, Nate's got a big arm, a real big arm, and that was really outside of our normal time to do that in terms of field position. So we just put him back there.
Now with Tyson, how did he do with just the overall operation, keeping things organized, keeping everybody where they should be? His first start ever.
Yeah, I thought he did really well. He did really well in terms of the operation. Getting the play call in and out. Sometimes, because of the situation, it could be the gain that you just had or whatever. The shot clock for the play caller is going down. It's at 23 and it stops at 15, and he's got to be able to rip the call in there. And if it's a longer call, then he's got to get the call out, and then you got to get to the line of scrimmage, before you get a delay. And I thought he did a nice job of that, getting the play off, in a timely fashion all day. And he did a nice job.
So I asked you last week about what your identity was. You said you wanted it to be a team that scored a lot of points. Well, 30 points is a pretty good number to score. You ran the ball 38 times for about $1.75, give or take. Is that going to be your identity moving forward, running the ball? And if so, will it be the identity moving forward for the rest of the year, even if and when Justin comes back? Yeah,
I think there's multiple ways to win, but we believe in running the ball. We really do, because of where we live, where we play football here in Chicago, and I think that's an important part of it. And stopping the run is also very, very important to us. So that's always going to be something that we want to do. Now, you don't have to do it every game, but it's something that's good for us.
From a game planning standpoint, what went into trying to make sure that Tyson was in the best position to be able to manage the game and not put the entire game on his shoulders per se?
Yeah, just that's a great question, and really that was the whole thing we wanted it to do. We want him to have good rhythm, timing, good protection. Don't let 98 wreck the game. So that was all of our keys to victory were there. And then distribute the ball to the skill. And then when you were able to run the ball the way we were, then they're able to, they have to come up and crowd the line of scrimmage. So it puts some good advantageous pass positions for us offensively. So overall, it was really good by the whole group.
Did that factor into the decision in the series right at the end of the first half to not choose to bang the timeouts and say, hey, if it runs out, it runs out?
Yeah, that was right on the cusp, So we're at 50. It was at 53. Typically you can get a playoff within 13 seconds, get up on a line and do that, and we're okay there. But it took more time. The guys got lined up. It took too long.
I mean, before that, right? Before the third down, before you convert the third down play to not go timeout after the first or second.
Yeah, that's above our number. Yep.
And we haven't, when we talked to you Friday, you said you were going to keep monitoring Justin, double back on Monday. Physically, how is he 2 days later? And what's the challenge for you going forward in terms of managing that as a head coach, where you have a quarterback who filled in and did not look too far out of his comfort zone?
Yeah, so with Justin, we'll see where he is tomorrow. He's going to visit with the doctors. I know his spirits are great. I know he's done a great job during the course of the week, and he did an awesome job today working with Tyson, on the sideline and talking to him before the game, going through the first 15, all the way through. So, but in terms of his health, where he is, all that, we'll know more tomorrow.
Tyreek Stevenson had several big snaps against Devontae Adams and several big moments. How would you evaluate how he did going against Adams?
He did well. Tyreek is a young corner, so he's going to continue to grow. This matchup was obviously a big matchup. He wasn't matched on the whole time, but he was some. And again, he'll learn from that. He's going to play against a lot of really good receivers this year. And the important part of a rookie is just to keep learning. Take that, put it in your file, and learn. For the next time you play that particular player, because it's all about the one-on-ones and all about the matchups out there. So, and you got to be able to have a short-term memory out there. So that's important. That's what was so great about Jalen. Jalen ended up getting the DPI at the on that go ball versus number 11, and he just went on to the next play. Just move forward to the next play. He knows fundamentally what he can do better, and end up getting those couple picks.
Your offensive line today is just so far off of what you had planned going into the season. When you have backups in there, you have guys out of position. Why did it work today?
Lucas was at center. That we like that. He was back there healthy. We like that. And then putting Tevin back over to where he played last year, I think that's very comfortable for him. And then having Cody back at his spot, at left spot. So you got a lot of experience, in the middle part of your offensive line there. I mean, just look at the total reps of being at right guard, center, and then left guard. There's some familiarity there for those guys and comfort level. So that's what I think most of it was. But again, the coaches did a heck of a job, and those players did a really good job. It's not easy to move around. And again, you guys know we moved around a lot. So you guys did a good job.
Time around Foreman, what's left an impression on you about who he is as a guy and then obviously as a player?
Yeah, I mean, I would really, for him, his ability to stay positive, because, when he was down, and then we activated him up, he was the same guy all the time. And that was pretty cool. He was doing show team stuff, and, this guy was a heck of a back. And, we just, at the time, we're heavy at back, at the halfback position. So, and again, he took it in stride, and he knew his opportunity was going to come. Last week, he wanted to perform better, and today he did. So I think he's got to start stacking performances and keeping that positive can-do attitude like he did.
The DPI on 2nd and 25. What was the explanation you got? And you seem pretty hot about it for the next couple of minutes. What were you trying to tell the officials?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you agree and you disagree, right? And we rarely agree to disagree, but I think that it's that situation. They called what they called, and when you get them in 2nd and 25, we had just pressured on the play before because everybody thinks you're going to play coverage there, and so we got them in a good situation, and then you end up giving them a new set of downs. That's why my lid came off a little bit.
Justin, what did this healthy? Is there any question who your starting quarterback is?
Yeah, Justin's our starting quarterback. I mean, Tyson's the backup, came in, did a nice job, and then we don't know where Justin is. We'll see where it is. We don't know if this is it's a week-to-week thing, and we'll assess it more tomorrow.
There were certain elements of the offense today where it felt like you were able to unlock it, maybe not that way the first 6 weeks. Why do you think that is? Like screen games, third downs today, he passed the ball to 7 different receivers. Why did that happen today versus the first 6 weeks?
Yeah, I just think it was all guys working together. The operation was nice. They did a nice job and distributed the ball to the skill. Let the skill run and let him move. And I thought we did a good job of that today.
How do you evaluate how Tyson did specifically with timing throws and anticipation throws?
Good. Yeah, I thought he did a nice job. Those speed outs, the one that he hit to, DJ at the end and that big third down, that was nice. That was good. And really the ability to evade and then also throw the ball, I thought he did a nice job, nice accurate passes there too.
What happened to Brisker on the 220?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know he got hit, and I don't know where it is. I don't have the answer for you right now. But it's a legal pick because you are allowed that. It was within 1 yard, so you're allowed to come down and pick and do the rub. So again, we don't have a couple ways to handle that defensively, and that's what it was.
Defense stepped up pretty big today, Coach, and they had 39. They held them to 39 yards rushing. Talk to me about what's going on there. The last couple of games, they've been really improving on a regular basis. Is it just to finally get to know each other, or what's the difference? It looks like a different defense now than it did at the beginning of the year.
Well, we had some guys injured in the beginning of the year, and we had some secondary issues going forward, and now we got guys back. So I think it's just continuity. They got Meade calling it, and their continuity there. I think that's important. And then we're aggressive. Not only aggressive with the calls, we're aggressive with the techniques. And you want to play that aggressive style. So they got no, but the guys it takes all of us, right? It takes all of us, and it's important that we play together, and play with good fundamentals and good technique, and that's the players. And they're doing a really good job of improving every single week in the technique and fundamentals.
Was Brisker's injury concussion related, or was it a bodily injury?
It is. I don't know yet. I don't know. I know he was hit right here. I don't know where it is right now. Andre has not given me any updates yet, so I'll know more tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay.